Game 2, Boston Bruins at the Tampa Bay Lightning, 7 o'clock Eastern time. The East is far less complicated than the West at this point. I mean, we know the teams that are going to be in the postseason in the East. The only thing that we don't know is what order they're going to be in, who's going to play who, and where they're going to play. In the West, it's out of control. But this game right here, it's the same thing as the prior game. The winner of this gets out of that last wild card spot. They jump up into the third spot into the Atlantic. They'll face Toronto if the season had started, and facing Toronto is a heck of a lot better than having to face Carolina or Florida in that first round. So this is another huge game for both of these teams. Let's take a look at the number. A little bit higher than I thought it was going to be. Tampa Bay minus $1.55. 6 under, minus 20. The number has held steady in this. I thought Tampa would be about $1.40, $1.45, but then we saw that the goaltending matchups came out, and Linus Ullmark will get the start for Boston, and of course Vasilevsky will get the start for Tampa Bay. And you might be wondering, why are the Boston Bruins, who are ahead of Tampa, and yes, they're on the road, such a big underdog? Well, the answer is real simple. It's public perception. They see Ullmark and not Jeremy Swayman in net, and they automatically think, okay, their backup is in goal tonight. Well, if you've watched Boston Bruin hockey, you know that Linus Ullmark has quietly been one of the better, maybe the better of the two goaltenders of late. Jeremy Swayman took the loss in against Detroit 3 days ago. Didn't look real good, but they didn't play great in front of him either. But with this being such an important game, I was a little surprised that Swayman wasn't playing, because I think the perception, even in Boston, talking to people around there, that Swayman is their number one guy. But Ullmark has been absolutely on fire. Over his last 6 starts, he's only allowed 9 goals, and that includes his 3-goal effort against the Islanders. So he has been, statistically at least, a little bit better than Jeremy Swayman. And of course, what goes into that number is David Pastrnak is not going to be in the lineup. Hampus Lindholm will likely not be in the lineup. He's day-to-day. He could show up on the ice, but not a real difference maker as far as where we're going to go in this game. But even without them in the lineup for Boston, Bergeron, Haula, Coyle, those are the centers of their top 3 lines, and they've been absolutely on fire. So they have more than enough offense. Even if Pastrnak is not in the lineup, they have more than enough offense to compensate for his loss. Tampa has now lost 3 straight games. All their games they were favored in. One of those coming against Montreal as a 275 favorite. That was a really bad loss, and I'm not really sure where Tampa is right now. I think they're kind of gliding towards the postseason, and we've seen this before. I mean, we saw it last year, where at the end of the year, Tampa Bay was not a good bet. In fact, I remember them losing to New Jersey as they were going into the postseason. This is a team that likes to glide into the postseason, and not over the last 10 games of the season until they get things locked up. And really, for Tampa, it doesn't matter where they finish. I think they have enough confidence to say, hey, look, we've won multiple cups. We'll go to Boston. We'll go to Toronto. I mean, shoot, we'll even go to Florida or Carolina. I don't think it means as much positioning for them. I think it's more about being healthy going into the postseason, which is why you see Tampa just 4-6 in their last 10 games. The road dog in this series is 8-3 in their last 11 meetings. Boston is 8-1 after allowing 5 goals or more, which they did against Detroit. So that means to me that they are a bounce back team. You're getting a juicy price in this game. So my official selection on tonight's matchup, we're going to go with the Boston Bruins plus $1.34. And I think as you get closer to game time, you're going to be able to find a better number on that. I think it's just going to go up and up, because the bettors will see that Pastrnak is out, and then they are going to focus on getting their money behind Tampa Bay.